So here we are back in Bright. So we actually have come down to Bright Ski Centre to pick up some chains and some snow gear so we can hit them slopes as well, and we'll be there tomorrow. So come on in, let's get fitted out and see what this is all about. So at the moment they actually have two stores. I guess the one across the road is their main store and secondary store because they're so busy at the moment. We're going to go over and check out the main store and then go back over to the secondary store, I guess it is. So as you can see, you get chains, skis, snowboard hire, clothing, whole lot. These guys do it all. All different types of gloves. Plenty to buy. Hiring stuff. Clothing. Anything from jumpers to snow pants, snow jackets, beanies, you name it. You can get yourself some socks here. Some good snow boots. Keep the feet nice and warm. Now we've just come back across the road, just showing you a bit of gear you can actually purchase before we get set up. A couple of kids' boards.
How's it going?
Good.
Back. Chains?
So at the moment we are getting weighed and doing our heights. That'll be for the choice of the size of the boards that we get and the width of the boards. We'll see.
Hit the toes on the end. That's not really where you're going to be comfortable. So when you're skiing and you're going downhill, that's when you're going to be comfy. So with this one, we want to loosen all the buckles off. Slide that one out, slide that one out. They have a little tendency to latch back over. So if you're sort of struggling to get your foot in or out, just make sure they haven't latched back over. Let's go right foot first. Push, push, push. That's where it does. And then we want to start from the bottom and work our way up. So probably feel like an old rollerblade.
Yeah,
sort of setup.
Say, it feels like putting on rollerblades when I was 7.
Exactly. And with these top ones, they just sort of slide through and then crank it back. And the top two sort of have a tendency to loosen each other up. So as you do one, like tighten one, then tighten the other, tighten the other, tighten the other.
Yeah.
Until you're nice and comfy in there. How's that one feeling so far?
Yeah, good.
Snug?
Yeah, and it is a lot better if you sort of put that leg forward a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll get you to step into both of them, and then I'll get you into a bit of a skiing stance.
Oh, I grabbed you on the top of the head then.
He does. Yeah, everyone does, don't worry.
That would have been my point.
Sure it does. So what we want to do Exactly what you're doing, yeah. Pretend you're in a bit of a skiing stance,
Yeah.
so bent knees, weight through the front of the shins, bit of left and right. Is there anything sort of pinching or your toes hitting the ends or
No, actually, they're a good fit.
nothing's too painful?
Nah, not when you lean forward and sort of give it that.
Yeah, and then if
that
you
way
sort of
in
sit
front.
up a bit, your toes, your
Yeah.
foot sort of slides up to the front of the boot and hits
Yeah.
the boot.
And it kind of feels like it hits here, but if you sort of lean back into it,
Yeah.
yeah.
So we can try, this is the other style of boot we've got. Is the rear entry, which isn't as pinchy around here on the calf.
Yeah.
We can try these ones if you want, they're just a bit of a different style, so a bit like a moon boot style looking thing, but that tightens across there, and then you just lock it in, and then the rear is, loosen that one right off, and then you enter from the back.
Yeah, right,
A little
okay.
bit different. Depends if you want to give them a crack or not.
Yeah, if I can, that
Yeah,
would be great.
for sure. So this will be alright. I'll just take one boot off.
It feels awkward to sit,
Yeah.
stand, to move.
To walk, wait till you have to go downstairs
Oh,
or up. Alrighty, so pull the heel out of that one. Yeah, sweet. And then jump into that one. And with that one, I want you to stand up when you've sort of got your foot in, and then put the weight forward. Yep. And then that's when we lock that one in.
these ones feel a lot more secure
Yep.
than those ones.
Is that tightening?
Not really.
Can't really feel that tightening.
No. Oh no, I'm thinking these ones.
They
They
feel
feel
more snug?
They feel more, yeah.
More secure, more supportive.
Yeah. Like I'm gonna KO.
Yeah.
Them ones are gonna save me.
Yeah, exactly. That's sort of what we're chasing then.
Yeah. Yeah. No, these ones.
Alrighty. Let's pop these ones off then. They'll be under you here.
So the snow boots go up a size and seem a lot easier to whack on than those skiing boots. But we'll see.
The socks do.
One pink socks. Nah, they were for breast cancer, so
Yeah,
same price and ours is all.
Yeah, lovely. Alrighty, so with the snowboard boot here, we've got the boa system, which is this little dial on the front here. You just want to have a play with it as I'm doing it as well. With the front, we want to pull it out till we hear that click. Lovely, and I think yours are already loose. So once they're loose, we just fold that tongue right down. And so that's the outside, and then we've got the inside liner here. So you want to hold on pretty much on the end of the string. Usually that's down there, end of the string, and then we'll slide that orange bit up. That loosens the liner right off. Fold that tongue right out. We'll get our foot in there, and then with the tongue, we fold the tongue back in. Make sure it's on the inside of the liner. Pull that one up nice and tight again. Slide it down, and then lock it in with that grey button. Once that one's tucked away, fold the outside tongue back in. Click that one again till you hear the click, and then clockwise until you got him nice and tight. Give us a hand, pull front one, there it is. So just jump out, you're on the wrong side of that. That needs to be on the front. So give that one a crack. And then we fold the tongue in, pull up nice and tight on that one, slide that one down, and lock it with that grey button. Tuck it in there just so it's not going to dig into your shin or anything. Fold the outside tongue in, click the button, and then clockwise until we're nice and snug. How's that one feeling so far? Feeling sturdy? That's it. You want to jump into this one as well then? stand, even if you stand up for us, just to sort of wiggle that foot in, you're nice and in there.
Yep.
Alrighty. Again, we want to fold that tongue in, pull up on the liner cord, tighten him right up there. Tuck that one in so it's not going to dig into your shin. Hit the button, and then clockwise until we're nice and tight. How's yours feeling?
Very steady, very like, can't really move yourself.
Yeah, that's what we want.
They
No
feel they're not
broken
pushing
ankles.
on the toe.
Toes aren't jamming into the end.
No.
Nah, sweet. So you got a little bit of room in there. You might feel your foot's moving around a little bit in there. With that, as your sort of liner gets warmer over the day, you can just pull that liner a bit tighter. So just sort of the joy of the boa is when you go in for lunch, you just pull that button out and now fully relax. So then you're chilling, and then when you get time to go right in again, click it in, tighten him up until you're happy.
Makes you 10 times easier than the skis.
Big time. So just
know.
with this one, see how the tongue's on the outside?
Yep.
We want that tongue on the inside. Inside
yeah,
there, yeah.
Righto. There we go.
Slide him down, lock it in.
Yep.
Keeps your feet more.
Yeah, big time.
What do you reckon?
What about when you get the slight movement on the ankle?
Um,
Right at the back of your heel?
it's a bit of a tricky one. That's called heel lift. Bit of heel lift.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've got heat multiple liners that are already like molded to my feet, and I still get heel.
Like that.
Yep.
To hop out, pull back on the black button, pull back on the black button.
Alright, so the black button is that.
Yeah, so
Little
that,
bit
yeah,
there.
yeah, just
Yep.
that little button there. So in you go, tighten down, in you go.
Easy.
Yeah.
Look at that.
You're all over
Mate,
it.
that's your board.
You're all over
And
it.
you're heading that way.
Right away.
Your stomp pads at the back
Left
here.
foot forward.
Yep.
So when you take your back foot out,
Yep. I thought I was heading another way.
no, you're heading that way. There's your left foot forward.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So we're just adjusting the straps here to make sure that
Yep.
we're in the right spots. With that heel strap, you want to throw the heel strap on first, and then with the toe strap, you want your toes through the middle here. So not on top, not in front, through the middle, nice and tight. Like John was saying, big one tightens it, little one loosens it. Slide them down to hear some cranks, and then go for it.
Happy days.
Happy days.
It will be.
Oh yeah, I do got SpongeBob.
So there's the skis.
Ski ball.
Ski boots.
Medium.
There's Chad's
This one
board.
does have a GoPro mounted already though.
And my one.
Ian Locke, I'll be driving you up there.
Smith.
Oh yeah.
Front or back binding, also under your boot. Toe in, centre the heel down. With your weight, you pop in very easily.
Okay.
When you want to hop out with the pole, other boot or hand, push down on this tab as you lift on your heel and you'll come out like that.
Oh, okay. Easy.
If you have a straight ahead fall, you may pop out, and I say may, nothing's guaranteed, but you may pop out like that. In which case this binding is open, ready to get back in again.
Okay.
Bang, you're in. The most common fall you'll have as a beginner, you tend to want to stand back and twist. You'll more than likely twist out of the front like that. In which case this binding is still closed. See the tags up in the air?
Yep.
So you have to reset that, put your fingers underneath, just push down, reset it,
Gotcha.
in again.
Oh, easy.
Too easy.
Yeah, a lot easier than I thought.
Way easier.
Sweet.
Just to put them together like that, one ski above each other, pull down. Just watch the edges though, they can be sharp, okay?
Okay.
There you go.
Perfect.
No
Thank
left
you.
and right, Storm.
No.
I just thought I'd ask that dumb question.
Oh, that's not so silly. Years ago on the tune, you could tune a ski sharp edge one if you were, nice to bit of power.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
But you don't do that now.
There you go.
An old thing years ago, wasn't it, Clank?
Yeah, oh, for sure.
Yeah, you
Not
could
very
ski,
stupid,
if you were a bit icy, if you could have one edge a lot sharper, so you could switch your skis.
Yeah. Oh, there you
They're all
go.
done the same.
And they were a lot longer skis and a lot harder.
Yeah, that's what I thought. They were a lot longer in them days.
Oh, that'll be good.
Fitting out.
I don't know, it's just me.
Oh, that yours.
Jeez, and I've lost weight in the wrist. Well, sure.
Same as the
So you'll probably sweep for the XL. XL's a bit big, a bit small.
Yep.
I'll come back with a double XL.
Righto.
Alright, let's have a look.
We'll keep them here.
Help protect it in case you fall.
Easy knockout. Just, thank you.
So much better.
Oh,
Tiny wrist.
that's squeezed, that one.
Anyone reasonably tight.
There you go.
Bring your arm over here to the experts.
No, that's definitely not an expert.
Basically all it is. Yep. Should be the way.
Just didn't.
Yeah. No, that's the way they,
That's the other one.
they've got to
The
pull
other
in.
one. Yeah, same.
That's how we go. Remember, they'll tuck under your glove or your
Yeah.
coat and pull over those.
5. So it doesn't matter what size you are, tiny little kids all the way up to big-footed adults, they've got you fitted here. Amazing little kid ones, all different other boots too. 12s, 13s, 14s.
Just unclip that cable hook. Roll them out in front of you. Hold them out neatly so we don't have any tangles. See, we've got all the diamonds hanging neatly. Yep. This cable hook just hooks in and out like that. Okay?
Yep.
If you're pressuring on it, it will not come. Just relax, it'll pop apart. Yep. So hold them out in front. You notice we've got a yellow end on the cable. We put the yellow end in behind the wheel first. Push it around the back. Hopefully it will come around like that for you. So if I had the yellow in this hand, I would go from that side though. So whichever way you're facing with that yellow end, you will put it in first.
Okay.
All of these, there are a couple of different types of chains like this, but they'll all have some identification on the end of which to put in first.
Yep.
Okay, hold it under your fingers like this. I like to seesaw it up the wheel like that and hook the cable hook together on the front. And by seesawing it up, you get the chain to hang to the front. Make sure you hold onto that cable, do not let it go. We don't want it to drop down the back. So with the other hand, grab the chain, the rest of the chain, bring it forward. You'll see we've got a spare link there and a hook. Hook that together. So once you've done that, lift on the chain here and keep working it up. And keep working it until we get that cable about that far down the back. So it's about the same distance as that down the back. It's very important that that cable is not up near the tread. It must be that far down. So work it down like that. Once you've done that, bring this latch around and we've got the chain here. That chain latch has got a spring-loaded lever. It has a slot in the side.
Yep.
Pop the chain in the side like that. Pull up firmly. And with the bit of tension, bring that across and just hook it into the chain there.
No worries.
What you do with this, put them both on. Drive on, about 3 or 4 meters, just so you do a few rotations. That'll take up any slack that's under here.
Yep.
Retension that. And you'll take this up a bit further here.
Yep.
Okay?
No problem.
All right. Probably travel no more than about 30 k's an hour with them on.
Okay.
To take them off, have the chain in exactly the same position with your latch at the bottom, your hook at the top.
Right.
So you might have to do this wheel and then move to get the other wheel in the same position.
Yep.
To take them off, unhook, undo that completely, pull them apart. Wherever this hook is, your cable hook will be opposite.
Yep.
You can unhook this first, but if you do, make sure you hold onto it. Do not let it go. We don't want the cable to drop down the back.
Right.
The cable hook will always be opposite that hook. Undo, bring the chain to the front. You'll have to drive off the chain because you'll have some chain under the wheel.
Okay.
So move forward and put them away, leave them on the ground, do a double loop like this and just hook them back together. You end up with a basketball hoop. There
Beautiful.
are a couple of different sorts of chain. There's a lot that fit this same way. Some do have an automatic tensioner there. They all fit in a very similar way, but that actual fitting is nearly the same with most types of chains now.
Yep. Okay. Time-wise, when do we put them on?
There'll be signs up on the road, just keep travelling. Generally it'll say all vehicles fit chains here. If the conditions aren't really bad, it might say 4-wheel drives can be accepted and go on further as long as they've engaged 4-wheel drive. So in the first instance 2-wheel drives will fit. When conditions are bad enough, it will just say all vehicles fit chains here.
Okay.
And coming down the mountain there usually be a sign to tell you to take chains off there.
Yep. So we did see at the bottom of the hill it said chains for 2-wheel drive, and 4-wheel drive obviously no chains at the time.
No, every vehicle in Victoria, every vehicle must carry chains.
Yeah, you
no
have to
matter what.
carry them
Yeah,
though.
as soon as you start entering the mountain. But yeah, depending on circumstances, the amount of ice or snow on the road, as to whether it's 2-wheel drives or 4-wheel drives have to fit them.
Yep. No drama.
Still be careful, remember you're on the, we put the back wheels in this case, some have on the front wheels, which is good, it gives you a bit better steering and braking, but
Yep.
it all depends on the clearance we've got in the back as to whether we can get, this is really good, I've got a lot of room to work there.
Yeah.
Some vehicles have very limited room here, and
Yep.
it's important that you can get your hands down into the back. So there are a few vehicles you must check that you can actually not physically get the chains on.
Yep. Okay.
And it's good, just remember, even though you've got the chains on, braking very steady into corners, brake before the corners and just
Yep.
go slowly, drive to your conditions.
Yep, definitely. Very good. Thank you very much.